So today we're going to be learning how to multiply rational expressions. And so the big thing to remember with rational expressions is that they behave pretty much like fractions. They're pretty much more complicated versions of the fractions that you learned back in elementary or middle school. So if I were to take 7/5 and multiply it by 2/15, the answer would be 14/75. And so rational expressions behave the same way. So if I had like x here times 2 would be 2x. So just keep that in mind when we're going through and learning this concept. You already really know the mechanics behind it. We're just using more complex terms. So let's get on to our examples. So for this problem, we're going to be multiplying x plus 2 over x squared plus 4x plus 4 by x squared plus 6x plus 9 over x plus 3. So now, to solve this problem, we just solve it in the same way that we solve multiplication with fractions. We just multiply across. So this equals x plus 2 times x squared plus 6x plus 9 over x squared plus 4x plus 4 times x plus 3. Now, we could expand this. However, it's easier to leave it like this because with multiplication, we often can find some really easy ways to simplify this down. So we can rewrite this again as x plus 2. And now factoring this quadratic, we find that it's equal to x plus 3 times x plus 3. And now we expand this quadratic on the bottom, and we find that it's equal to x plus 2 times x plus 2. So if you look, what we have here is we have different linear factors that can cancel out. This linear factor cancels out with this linear factor, and this linear factor cancels out with this linear factor. So we're left with x plus 3 over x plus 2. And so there we go. We have our solution here. So x plus 2 divided by x squared plus x plus 4, and all this, it simplifies and after being multiplied out to get x plus 3 over x plus 2. So for our next example, we're going to be multiplying x squared plus 8x plus 12 over x squared plus 5x plus 4 by x squared plus 3x plus 2 over x plus 2. So now what we do is we just simply multiply it through. So x squared plus 8x plus 12 times x squared plus 3x plus 2 over x squared plus 5x plus 4 times x plus 2 is your answer. However, this isn't really the most simplified form it can take. So what I would like to do now is just simplify it. So what I'll do is I'll factor out all these quadratic equations. So x squared plus 8x plus 12 factors into x plus 6 times x plus 2. And x squared plus 3x plus 2, that factors into x plus 1 times x plus 2. And now, all we're doing now is we're just going to divide it by this denominator. And this denominator, this x squared plus 5x plus 4 can be broken up into linear factors x plus 4, x plus 1, and then multiply by, of course, x plus 2. So we can cancel out x plus 1 and x plus 2 on the top and the bottom. And so now we're left with x plus 6, x plus 2 times x plus 2 over x plus 4 as our final solution. And if we want to expand that, that looks like x squared plus 8x plus 12 over x plus 4. So that is the solution right there. And so basically what you can see what we're doing is first we're just multiplying them together, but we aren't expanding it. And then what we're doing is we're factoring it into its linear factors, seeing which linear factors cancel out, so that way we have a simplified solution to our multiplication problem right up here. So here's the solution. So now the rest of the videos are really just going to be me going through various examples. So if you understand this concept, there are not going to be very many new revelations as you progress throughout this video. But if you just want to keep practicing, I'm just going to keep doing a couple more examples. So what we have here is x squared plus 5x plus 6 over x plus 9 multiplied by x squared plus 6x plus 8 over 2x plus 6. So now we just multiply together. So x squared plus 6 times x squared plus 6x plus 8. Oops, that looks like I don't know what that looks like. Over x plus 9 times 2x plus 6. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to, again, try to simplify this a bit before we expand. So x squared plus 5x plus 6 factors into x plus 3 and times x plus 2. And x squared plus 6x plus 8 factors into x plus 4 times x plus 2 over x plus 9, and then times, then this 2x plus 6 can be split up a little bit further, and it can be denoted as 2 times x plus 3. So now what we got to do is we just simply factor out the, not factor out, but just cancel out any like terms, and now we can expand to get our final answer. So x plus 2 times x plus 4 is x squared plus 6x plus 8, and then now we're just going to be multiplying that by x plus 2, that one left over piece, and then this is 2x plus 18, and then just to expand the top so it's get a nice polynomial, I'm just going to draw a little box here just to multiply this out. So we have x squared plus 6x plus 8 over x times x plus 2. So now we have x cubed, 6x squared, 8x, 12x, and 2x squared. And so now, and 16. And so now we're left with x cubed plus 8x squared plus 20x plus 16 over 2x plus 18. So for our last rational expression, we're going to be taking 3x squared divided by x squared plus 3x and multiply it by 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 over x squared minus 9. So, just like we've done in the previous examples, we multiply across the numerator and the denominator like this. And now what we do is we simplify. So instead of expanding, we simplify. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, this is equal to 3 times x times 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. And you can see now the 3 times x plus times x is from the 3x squared term, and the 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3 is from this whole 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 term. And on the bottom, we have x times x plus 3, and then we have here x plus 3 times x minus 3. That's what forms these two factors go with x squared minus 9. So now we simplify what we can. And now you can't just take this part here. It has to be completely identical. So this 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. You can't cancel out these x plus 3's times this x plus 3, x plus 3. So what we're left with is 3x times 2x plus 3 squared over x plus 3 squared times x minus 3. So when everything's all said and done, this whole expression, this whole expression equals 12x cubed plus 36x squared plus 27x. And this is all over x squared plus 6x plus 9 times x minus 3. And just to expand it all the way, I'm just going to create a little box in this corner here. So x squared, 6x, 9, and then x minus 3. And then we're just going to find what these all equal. So 6x squared, and then 9x, 3x squared, minus 18x, minus 27. So our final solution is 12x cubed plus 36x squared plus 27x all over x cubed plus 3x squared minus 9x minus 27. So here's our solution, and hopefully all these examples help. And if you still have any questions, feel free to write it in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video, and hope it all helps.